What's up, guys? And in today's video we are going to be doing what if Germany sunk into the ocean. Now Germany is a big crucial part of history, but we're going to go from modern day, so get rid of history kind of from your mind, and let's see the changes that would happen. So first, Denmark will be an island. Luxembourg, Switzerland, Austria, and Czechia will gain coastlines, beautiful beaches. Sorry, my throat. There's gonna be like a short distance between this, instead of going all the way up to that. Actually, that. So Europe has just lost a little bit of their size, and a lot of population, and also economy. The world, it's not gonna go into an economical crisis. It's just gonna take a little bit of a punch because of Germany sinking. Now, if we were gonna go back then, there would still be a World War I, but not a World War II. Maybe, yeah. Maybe because of the Italian expansion. So there's still gonna be like both wars, but probably not at the same time. Both wars already happened. Maybe World War I stays the same though, like at the same time, because that was Austria that did that. So, or Austria-Hungary. Sorry, Hungarians. Slovenians, Croatians, Bosnians, Serbians, Romanians, Bohemians, Moravians, Slovakians, Ukrainians, this tiny part of Ukraine, Polish, yeah. So, yeah. Now, with this big distraction, Russia, well, their invasion of Ukraine, yeah. The invasion of Ukraine, well, it's not going way too well, but since Germany's sunken, everybody's confused, you know, you can kind of just swoop in and take Ukraine. And this is what their invading kind of looks like. Yep. They will keep invading, breaking this little thing, or big thing. Don't take that out of context. Cut this part off from Ukraine. Ukraine is kind of fumbling to make Ukraine even fumble more. Bam. Sorry, Ukraine. Today is not your video, but yesterday, no, 2 days ago was your video. That Ukrainian civil war. Yeah, you kind of won that. And, well, they still have Odessa, I think. Western Ukraine is falling. This is being under siege. Then they start unsieging. Good. War is not great. Then the Russians see this. They're like, nope, we're going to put an immediate stop to this. And this part of Ukraine is fully taken. And it's only Western Ukraine, like the stronger parts of it. Well, Kyiv is the strongest part, but yeah. And, well, yeah. But wait, guess who else joined this war? Poland, Finland, all the Baltic states, and all the Baltic states. But the people who don't want to be on their bad side, well, actually Romanian, Moldovan, join this little war thing. So yeah, it's kind of like an Eastern war thing. And well, with more power here, they're going to start pushing back, of course. And with pushback, there's now going to be a front line. Kaliningrad, sorry, but. Alright, now there's one solid front line. Ukraine, ugh. The rest, yeah. And they will keep pushing and pushing. Capturing Kyiv again. Technically re-liberating the country and, well, you re-liberate a country, that means you're pretty powerful. When you're pretty powerful, it could be a lot of countries. Alright. And once that thing is pushed back, Belarus is being pushed back. And what I mean by pushed back, they surrender. It's a tiny thing, but get rid of that on the map. The Baltic states will even do something. And of course Finland will do something. Like, the type of Finland doesn't do anything to Russia. It's not Finland. That's land Fin. And that's just a land. Because, you know, like, land didn't do anything to Russia, so that's how they kind of stretched out like that. So Russia's losing gains here rapidly. They regained Crimea. And the Donbass, the Donetsk and Luhansk region, or the Donbass region, is being reliberated, but the Russians, they don't want to lose that for some reason. They will reconstruct their front line and try to liberate the Belarusians. That goes pretty well. Until this world war stands off in a halt. Not really. There's some pushback. And pushback there is. But Finland. Oh, Finland. Also Poland. No, Poland and the Russians, they don't go well. But Germany and the Polish, they always go well. Poland always wins. Under other people. And then this war halts in a standby just a little bit more. They're capturing the Caucasus region of, well, Russia, but that's heavily fortified. And yeah, that's the stalemate of this war, kinda. Tired. Alright, so we're gonna leave that this color, because this war is still ongoing. But let's get back to Germany. Now, Germany. What can I do? Well, we already saw a war happen. But without Germany kind of like, you know, protecting Denmark. Well, I don't know if Germany's actually protecting Denmark, but let's say they do from Sweden. Just declaring war on them. Well, sorry, Denmark. Because Sweden is right next to Copenhagen. I said to Copenhagen. Am I like British or something? Well, I am a little bit. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, Denmark is kind of get steamrolled. Nope. Alright, so let me make this a slow, painful death for Denmark. Sorry, all Danish people, but it's just... Okay, so they kind of lost Copenhagen in like 5 minutes. JK, like probably 30 minutes. Denmark starts to crumble. It's starting to turn to 5 out. Oh, Sweden just broke the record. 5 hours and 39 minutes. 5 hours, 39 minutes, and 5 seconds. Good, Sweden. You beat Germany. It's a record. And their peace treaty, full annexation. Yep, Denmark. Yeah. Actually, they'll just annex those islands. And this one. Now Switzerland is going to become more richer, and the richer they are, the richer they are, the more they, well, kind of, you know, are, the more valuable they are. Yeah, Switzerland, you knew this was gonna happen. I'm just sorry, but you're rich. It's how it goes. Oh wait, I forgot. The French are really gonna be, you know, doing the heavy lifting, and also the Austrians, because they are also part mountain. The Italians, though, they ain't gonna do nothing. Remember what the UK said. They're the underbelly of Europe. Just kidding. To my Italian friend. Subscribers. But that was in World War II. You guys are pretty useful now. Thanks for the pasta. To be for real. But, well, yeah, it's not going to look good for Switzerland after this war. We all know Switzerland's not winning this. Their military is decent, but not decent enough. Sorry, Switzerland. You just got Swiss cheese. That was probably like one of the world's like heaviest casualties, but it's fine. Alright. See this peace treaty. Alright, this is the peace treaty. France got this part, Italy got those tiny bumps, and Austria just got longer. But Italy's like, I want to touch the Baltic Sea. Pause. Okay, whatever. Some people won't understand. But they find kind of lacking. They find lack in the mountains, and, well, they start invading. Capture Vienna. Well, once you capture Vienna, Austria's kind of cooked. And, well, no, Italy is not forming an empire. Because they're not like that. Dang, I'm really off today. Well, yep, that's what happens. That's what very. Now, Italy, Austria. We need more manpower for this war. Oh. Alright, well. Bam. Okay, I'm not gonna add Greece. Yes, I am. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And, of course, yeah, Georgia just hates Russia on default. Azerbaijan is kind of Turkey's puppet. Just kidding. They have good relations. That's why. I don't know why, though. Maybe because they have a common enemy. Armenia. And they will make some gains over here. But wait. The ultimate protector of Rusland. Iran. Iran, what did you do? This thing is spreading into Asia. Well, it's gonna help a lot. Iran. Belarus will finally capitulate again. And this front line is getting kind of weak for Russia, as they're losing ground quickly. The Battle of Volgograd goes well. Some German generals kind of fled to Poland. That was led by them, even though Germany doesn't exist. They dodged a bullet. No kidding. Armenia slowly capitulates, and then they do. And then, well, Iran. Your northern part is taken. Saudi Arabia does some carving up, as they will make a successful landing in Iran and try to take their whole coast, but this part, they cannot take. They try to capture Tehran. That goes well. Rebel group starts to pop up. Capitalist rebel groups. Saudi Arabia especially is capitalist. And, well, starts to all connect up. I think Iran is communist. And, well, Iran will surrender. These guys here in the Balkans, though, Greece will make some work. And also Serbia with Bulgaria. And then the pushing starts to happen. Sofia is captured. Serbia is captured. Greece is captured. They're liberated. They say thank you. And, well, Greece falls. With also Italian forces. How familiar? Actually, it's not familiar. They kind of did bad in Greece. And now it's only Russia. But guess who joins their side? The good old 100 plus social credit. China. Okay. Then North Korea. Oh, China. I mean, North Korea. What did you do? Okay. Probably gonna get like a lot of dislikes for saying that. The 100 plus social credit. Yeah. A lot. Because actually, man, if YouTube was accessible to the Chinese, how much dislikes would videos have? A lot. Maybe like 1 billion, I would say. But especially my videos, I'd be cooked. I'd probably be cooked. Yeah. Kazakhstan, yep. In Mongolia. Alright, now the great push is coming. Get the great pushback. Push back all these bad capitalist forces from these good, mucho good boy countries. They're not mucho good boys. They're very bad boys. I can say that, right? And, well, these fronts start to solidify very fast. Just kidding. I didn't totally forget to, like, put anti-Alice. I mean, Alice died thing on, yeah. And they start to re-liberate Iran somehow. Because the tide of the wars really have changed. You know what's also going to change? That. Oh, wow. American forces are already sending, but now they're sending faster. And what I mean by sending faster? Japan. Yep. They're ready for this. The Americans, remember the Bering Strait? Yeah, that's kind of like a, Alright. North Korea is kind of going to lose ground, but not too much ground. As now South Korea controls more of the peninsula. Maybe not. It's just, let them go up this. Now they do. And now that they see what the horrors of North Korea has done to these people. And if North Korea tries independence, if they win, China will become capitalist. Russia will become capitalist. Mongolia will be the Mongol Empire. Just with China and Russia. Crazy. And well, now America is kind of going fast in the Siberian land. Why? OIL. Oil. They are on search for oil for their tanks. And, well, yeah. They are being crushed. This part of Russia is kind of cut off. It's cut off from Russia, but trade. That's how trade kind of works. Cut off this, so now it's finally cut off. Trade. Okay, now we could say it's cut off. Trade. Just kidding. This is definitely heavily protected by the Japanese and the South Koreans. North Korea. Sorry, man. Now the North Korean taking is kind of funded by the whole world. Nobody really likes what North Korea is doing to their people. But yeah. And well, Russia is losing too much ground. They lose Armenia and, well, Iran again. Sorry, you guys. You just can't listen. Oh, just kidding. Pakistan's not going to join the war because India's going to join the war. Now it's going to be a real fighting. Moscow is probably captured by now. Like, it's definitely not here in the Far East. Yeah, Moscow's captured. We could say that. And, well, Russia probably moving their capital, like, different places. Like, everywhere. Until, like, all their major cities, they're done. Actually, population cluster game. Yeah. Population cluster long. Yeah, they want to capture all of that. This is supported by American help. Italy. Yeah, Italy 2.0 over here. Pakistan's like in the needs of like, hey, stop that. Hey, stop that. Taiwan's like, I want land. And they will make a successful landing over here. Filipino help. And a little bit of American help. Beijing is under siege right now. Maybe it's captured. I think it's under siege. Yeah, it's under siege. Because it's not even on the water, near the water. I think they captured Beijing. Well, great. You just got yourself into a 2-front war. 3-front war. I know you can't move through the Himalayas, but that's going to take forever. Russia, yeah. In China, it's down to you. It's always down to you, because you're like the strongest out of the red team. Russia's kind of, yeah. Russia lost all their power in 1991, but it's fine. And, well, China's just this little thing. Yeah, they kind of fall. Now, I know this video wasn't even about Germany. That's my fault. It's being slow. I'm not even pressing anything, guys. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. You know what? That's good. Let's just. I have to stop this whole war. But wait. Germany's like tired of all of y'all fighting. It's kind of ironic, but okay. Please don't come back, Germany. Alright. Good. And this war has never existed. We've lost about 1 billion people, but it's fine. We have now a population of 7 billion. This is World War IV. No. And Germany's like, y'all are really just annoying. And they could say, colonize my land. And they said, colonize my land. I don't really care. Oh, the French are right at it. Actually, no. The Luxembourgians. As they take this whole thing. Wow, Luxembourg. You got a real taste in land. The French. The Austrians. That's kind of greedy. The Polish. How familiar. The Danish. Good surprise. And then that's all Netherlands. Actually, wait. I'll just bring back Germany. Entirely. And they're like, y'all just stop fighting. I'll just give you my land. So, yup. Luxembourg. And, well, Bavarian. East German. I mean, eastern side of Germany. Proper. Belgian. And Netherlands. Alright, Luxembourg. Belgium. Netherlands. The Netherlands. Get out. French land. Austrian. Good job, Austrian. Now, Germany was still sunken, but a landmass that came back, and it was not sunken anymore. But it was not Germany. So Germany is unrecognizable. I can't even recognize where the Netherlands are, or Danish are. Yeah, that's what if Germany sunk. So, like, I didn't really know what to do. This big war without Germany would kind of, yeah. I don't know any real stuff, but that would happen. But Russia and Ukraine probably will go well. Germans, you've got this far. Sorry, but no. You've got that far. And this far. All attempts have failed. Never this far. Never this far. And never this far. Alright. Bye-bye.